To my co-host MD Shady, if you are watching this, I have to say, MD, get the tables! What's up, guys? I'm DK Wrestler, and in today's video, I'm going to be listing off my top 10 favorite Funko Pops that were announced in the month of March 2025. It's pretty crazy that we're now a quarter of the way through 2025. But if you're brand new here and you end up enjoying this type of content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. But nonetheless, let's kick off this list. So coming in at number 10 on my list is the Funko Shop exclusive glow-in-the-dark Shigo from Kim Possible. Now, this new wave of Kim Possible Pops is really cool. I do enjoy it for the most part, and I think if you're gonna get one or the other as terms to the Shigos, then I definitely think that the glow-in-the-dark version is the right choice, considering that not only does this make sense for the character, but green is such a great color when you take that black light to it. We've seen it many of times with various different pops, so I don't think that this would be any different. Coming in at number 9 on my list is the Amazon exclusive Cosmo and Wanda as Goldfish from Fairly OddParents. Now, this thing is absolutely awesome. This is a really funny moment, or funny moments, I guess I should say, as terms to watching Fairly OddParents. And I think they did a really great job with the fishbowl, the background with it, with the little castle, and especially the goldfish versions of Cosmo and Wanda turning out very well in Funko Pop form. I think my biggest gripe about this pop and why it's so low instead of pretty much what I feel like would normally be in my top 5 for a series like this is because of the fact of what the size of this pop will end up being for the price point. Because it's a moments, it's usually going to be around, I think, 35 to 40 USD, but the size of it is more like either a deluxe or a 6-inch pop, but you're paying a lot of money as terms to the box space, while it's not going to take up much of that box, and I feel like that's going to be the case with this pop. Coming in at number 8 on my list is the Fanatics exclusive LA Knight, yeah, from the WWE lineup. Now, I do enjoy this Funko Pop thoroughly, and I do like this version more than the LA Knight common that was announced, I believe, last month. The detailing with the posing of his arms and the yellow yeah t-shirt just stand out very well, and I do think, once again, if you're going to get one specific LA Knight pop and not both of them for your WWE collection, I would prefer the Fanatics exclusive. Coming in at number 7 on my list is Dina Fox from Superstore. Now, I am ecstatic that there are now Superstore Funko Pops. This wave with Amy, Garrett, and Dina is pretty sweet, but I am still scratching my head thinking why Jonah wasn't a part of the set. But I am glad that they did do Dina, considering that she was my favorite character while watching Superstore. And the reason that this isn't high up is that I feel like if they would have ended up doing a Sexy Cop Dina, this probably would have cracked the top 3 list, because let me tell you, Sexy Cop Dina, that's something else. Coming in at number 6 on my list is the Funko Shop exclusive Dexter Morgan from the Dexter series. Now, I know a lot of people are super excited for the first ever set of Dexter Pops, considering that a lot of people have been wanting them for a long time. But I do think that if you're going to get one of the Pops from this set, it's definitely got to be this bloody version, because blood is basically a huge focal point of this TV series. And I love the detail of not only the pop, but the way they executed the box, especially with the blood splatter on both the front and side windows of the box. I think if I'm going to nitpick anything about this pop and why it wouldn't be in the top 5 portion is the fact that this pop is getting that QR code sticker. Coming in at number 5 on my list is Kim Possible from, of course, Kim Possible. Now, even though I do have the glow-in-the-dark Shigo on this list, I knew that I had to at least have another pop from this set, and it had to be Kim Possible herself. I love the posing involved, the device she's holding in her hand. The detail is really awesome, and because I feel like I'd most likely get her out of the pops I've listed so far, that's why she's listed higher on this list. Coming in at number 4 on my list is the Avatar Roku with Dragon from the Avatar Legends Series 2 NFT set. Now, this pop looks really awesome with the amount of detail that's put into it. Not only because it's making it look like more of a Funko Pop plush, plus or a premium pop, but the glow-in-the-dark effect with the eyes of both the dragon and Avatar Roku and the flames involved. I think that when this pop gets into the hands of us Funko collectors, that this is going to look maybe just as great, maybe even better than what the Glam Shot is providing us at the moment. And I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken, this pop is going for somewhere between $400 or $500 US on the secondary market for the card itself, meaning that it's very likely when it gets into the hands of us collectors that it's gonna be worth more than that. Coming in at number 3 on my list is the Fanatics exclusive Bubba Ray and Devon, the Dudley Boys 2-pack. Now, of course, the intro to this video kind of gave away that this pop was going to be on the list, but me being DK Wrestler, you knew I had to add a WWE pop at some point in the list. I mean, I already did it once, but twice, yeah, it makes sense. And this 2-pack is awesome with the very first time that the Dudley Boys are getting a set of Funko Pops. They're wearing the red camo, and of course, because it's the Hall of Fame Pops, they come with those little Hall of Fame plaques. And I know that some people wanted this to be a 3-pack and including Spike Dudley, but I feel like it's perfectly fine just having Bubba Ray and Devon because that's what you mainly know the Dudley Boys as. And I can't wait for them to possibly make more versions of the Dudley Boys because there are different attires they can make, even doing a throwback one of the Dudley Boys in ECW with the purple tie-dye. I think that would be really awesome. And then with the detail of the Hall of Fame box, you knew that this pop overall, in my opinion, had to be in the top 3 portion. Coming in at number 2 on my list is Carl Weezer from Jimmy Neutron. I am so ecstatic that Carl is getting his own pop, and the way they pulled this off is so awesome with the posing. They added that smile. When you look at this pop, you definitely can tell that's Carl, which is kind of rare when it comes to Funko Pops with the stylization of just the straight staring into your soul black eyes that Funko Pops normally have. But if you were to, let's say, look in a bin of unboxed Funko Pops and you pull out the Carl Weezer, you know right away that it is Carl Weezer. And overall, the entire new wave of Jimmy Neutron, even Jimmy Neutron looks more amazing than the original one they had released last year in the Sheen. Don't get me started on Sheen, which we still got to get to number 1, but before that, we're going to show off the honorable mentions. But I guess before the honorable mentions, here's a special message. Today, I wanted to give a shout out to Sentinel 107. And the reason I'm giving them a shout out is because they signed up for our YouTube channel membership, which only cost $1.99 a month. Which not only do you get a shout out on every single video, but you also get a bunch of other perks like using custom emojis in the comments, and more importantly, early access to every videos and shorts that we do on this channel. So definitely consider joining our YouTube channel membership. It'll be greatly appreciated and will help out this channel tremendously, especially because of how expensive these videos can be to do for you guys. So definitely consider, but nonetheless, let's continue on with this video. So starting off with the first of 3 honorable mentions, I have the Target exclusive Green Goblin from the Spider-Man animated series. Now this pop does look really awesome, and even though we've had multiple Green Goblin pops, I think the way that this one looks is pretty sweet with the more brighter purple as terms to the attire, and then you have the dark purple glider with the smoke base. The second honorable mention on my list is Ron and Rufus from Kim Possible. Now I really wanted to add this pop into the top 10 list, but already as you notice, I had added 2 Kim Possible related Funko Pops, and I feel like adding a third would have been a little bit overkill, especially with this pop where I feel like there could have been much more improvements, like perhaps maybe even adding a little bit of a mouth to it. Plus, I feel that they did my boy Rufus dirty. I felt that he should have been more of a poppin' buddy, and hopefully in the near future, perhaps as a Comic-Con exclusive, we do get Rufus as his own singular Funko Pop. And the last honorable mention on my list is the Season 1 Freddy Funko as Drop Monster for the Drop Arcade. Now, although there is the different colored versions of the Freddy Funko's Drop Monster, I feel like the colorway of the Season 1 version that's going on right now does look better than the other ones. I just feel that purple color looks really nicely as terms to the monster form with the green horns, rather than the blue with the orange for Season 2 and the green with pink with Season 3. And this was a pop that I really heavily debated on adding to the top 10 list, but this is something that even if somehow I end up in the top 333, I'm just probably going to sell the redemption token on the secondary market, so that way I get some USDC and it goes into the ongoing Toy Story fund to help me complete my master set. But finally, moving on to number 1 on my list, it's gotta be Sheen from Jimmy Neutron. Everything about this pop is absolutely amazing. Obviously wearing that aqua shirt with Ultra Zord on it, and the fact they added a mouth to it, this is absolutely perfect. If this pop didn't have a mouth, I would think that this pop might not even make it on this list at all.